Alright, we just got the new patch notes for the new season. Back to the Inside Out, it's a new season. Harsh snow blizzards gave way to a mysterious phenomenon known as the Inside Out. It's time to unravel the secrets of the zone in the new Back to the Inside Out spring season. So, the season rewards. Season pass rewards have been updated. The level 500 gun is the Mark 47 Mutant. That thing looks so sick, man. I cannot wait to get my hands on that. It looks like it's going to have a 75 round drum mag as well. I don't know how we're going to get our hands on that. There's the other season pass rewards down here, some cool looking camos and whatnot. The hollow skin, the endgame and Ravager motive for it. The Forgotten Luggage as the stash, the M10 Breacher and Inside Out Breacher motive, that's really cool. Grenadier Exoskeleton and Forgotten Grenadier motive, ALK-22 Dragonfly, and Flutter of the Inside Out motive. The Phantom Scream Camouflage Container, that camo actually looks really sick. Here's what the skin looks like in-game on an armor, looks actually really sick. And then here is the MK47 Mutant Assault Rifle, a unique reward for reaching level 500. I cannot wait to get that thing, bro. I'm pretty sure it's going to have a 75 round drum mag as well, but let's keep looking through what we do know for certain. So the range of Act 1 item tickets in the game shop has also been updated. Alright, so we still got the Arctic Safe in the Valor there. CD3B's there. The Glock 18C is now there for 1200 Act tickets. Interesting, instead of the Albatross or anything like that. The purchase limits of Anomalous Serum have also been updated. It says 25 to 25 right there. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get more than 25, or maybe we can do it twice. I don't know. We'll have to see. Season cases with transferable gear. Let's see. What do we have in these now? Contents of the Tactical and Elite cases have been updated. Basic case remains the same. All gear from the case can be put on your character, transferred to another player, or sold through the auction. So it looks like we got the Tavor back, the HK417 in there. Got the Gerber as well as the 556 drum mag back in there. I think that might have been in there. I don't know. Style and modus of the Back to the Inside Out season. So we have the Liquidator. Looks like it's for the Saturn. Kind of funny looking. Looks like a little SpongeBob helmet. Battle for Bikini Bottom. Vint style for the VSS Ventures. Okay, that looks kind of cool actually. A set of Forgotten in the Inside Out motifs has also been added. As always, players can purchase, yeah, whatever. Back to the Inside Out starter pack. Season cases. So here is the big juicy info inside the season cases. The SPA tank came back. The RPL 20 is actually in the season cases. That's huge, bro. The HK XM8S and the FN Scar SSR. I gotta get all these this time around, bro. I want all of these weapons so badly. Note, we had originally planned to include rewards from the first season of Act 1, Summer Season 24 in the blueprints, but then the RPL 20 machine gun would only become available 2 years later, so we decided to add it already this season. Okay. Exactly 1 year since its appearance in the game, this will increase the number of users of this weapon as well as the finer balancing and more cosmetics for it. Okay, cool. Temporary Fragile Beginnings quest line. So we get a new quest line. When you receive a second item from the list below, it can be exchanged for season currency with the exchanger. I'm not sure what that means exactly. But the Fragile Beginnings quest line, new flora and fauna begin to appear in the zone. Strange plants, the properties of which can only be guessed about, and the super fast ticks. Wait. Ticks are back. They appear out of nowhere and in a moment disappear into nothing. Residents chatter that passageways to the mysterious Inside Out are about to open. Are these events related? Answers should be sought from your old acquaintance, Dr. Sergei Sukov. Hurry up, the quest is available after completing the tutorial and will be available for 2 weeks. Okay, so we're going to have to do that for sure. And here's the next major changes of this update, the southern locations update. We got the redesign of the swamps and the roadside right here. The swamps, there's the new map for it. Looks like the bases are a whole lot closer. And the roadside, look how much smaller it is now. And you got to go through Agroprom or the Black Willows to get up into Scrapyard. It looks like no longer just go straight up there. That's pretty damn cool, dude. Hammond's HQ has been moved to the eastern side. The passages to the roadside location have been redesigned. Safe zones have been, safe zones have received cosmetic edits. Meanwhile, the roadside location has been completely redesigned. Yeah, that looks so nice, bro. We're gonna have to check all that out. Dang, dude, look at that. That's looking super sweet. That looks so badass. Damn. Cannot wait to check that out in game. Actually, PvP event added to the roadside location. Previously, it was possible to participate in it only in the northern locations. Outpost capture is available to players from all factions. When an outpost is captured, the owner of the outpost is determined by the following rules. So I guess if there's more bandits or more bandits, or I was about to say more bandits or more covenant. If there's more bandits or more stalkers, then that's who wins. That's so sick, dude. We're gonna get to fight alongside the mercenaries in the Rising Frontier. Gonna get to fight alongside each other. That is gonna be so sick, dude. Southern Quests update in conjunction with the redesign of the swamps and roadside. A lot of quests in the south have undergone significant changes. In most cases, we have changed player routes to reduce the time spent traveling between key points in the quests. Okay, bet. Some quests have undergone dramatic changes. Other replaced with brand new adventures. Okay. Player routes in the south story have also been optimized, and sword missions have been slightly reworked. Cause riddles have been completely rewritten and simplified to make them more accessible and interesting for players. That is huge, because that quest was shit. Redefining the Digger base. One of the key problems of the Digger base is a common safe zone for the two opposing factions in the central part of the scrapyard location. Oh, that's where everybody goes to get their metal detector. Also, the safe zone was visually one of the most outdated. It was decided to split the Digger base into a separate base for stalkers and a separate base for bandits. Now the base for bandits is located at the Kolos Agro Complex location, and stalkers in the Black Willows. That's really cool, actually. Digger bases are no longer located underground and are called Digger Hut for bandits and Digger Plot for stalkers. Okay. If the player has visited the Digger base, they have the option to reappear at this safe zone. Since this is not the main safe zone, the player will only be able to buy consumables and charge devices to continue their journey farther. But there's no access to personal storage at the bases. Redefining the safe zones of the roadside location. The Photon 2 and Garage's safe zones were second in the outdated grading. It was decided to completely redefine them to reflect the new visual style of the roadside location. Now on the bandit sides, there's a village school base, and on the stalker sides, there's a fire station base. That's dope, dude. Gotta see what that looks like in game, actually. These bases were made with a bias towards player findability, where we reworked the locations of the main quest NPCs from other NPCs. The main quest NPCs will now be in separate, convenient places where players should not interfere too much with those who just wanted to buy consumables for the next raid. Huge. Location of functional NPCs, trade NPCs are now in different spots. Visual style of trade points. New players will now be able to visually locate the right NPC. Okay. A separate room for events. This is a future plan for all safe zones, but we plan to have all NPCs and unique content during season activities and special dedicated rooms that will be decorated for the theme of the season. That's really cool, dude. Improvement of the safe zones of the swamp location. After gathering feedback from players, it was decided to finalize the admin's HQ and boathouse. For easier player navigation, it has been redesigned trade, NPCs replacement, quest NPCs, room geometry. Okay. Future plans for safe zones. After gathering feedback and completing other projects, we will also redesign the following safe zones: the bar and northern safe zones. Plan to improve player experience by avoiding bunker type safe zones altogether, giving a unique visual style to each functional NPC, and adding new mechanics that will deepen player interaction in safe zones. And now onto quality of life improvements. Outpost capture progress bar. Added an impersonal progress bar for capturing an active outpost to the map description. That is really nice, actually. When hovering over the event icon on the map, you can see the progress of capturing an outpost. Notification of the beginning of the outpost capture. Added a notification of the beginning of a battle for an outpost. Notification appears to follow for attackers. When starting an event to kill an outpost boss for defenders at the start of an active capture phase of an outpost. Okay, so it's like a little message like that. Play have a penalty to movement speed from weapons. Added a previously hidden movement speed penalty to weapon and character characteristics, which works when the weapon is in hand. Okay, bet. It actually says the weapon's minus move speed now. Also in character sets, you can now track the decrease in movement speed as the overload increases. Dope. Also can unpack everything at once. That is absolutely insane. Going to be able to get rid of the shitty ammo and meds so much easier now. Updating the functionality and interface of merchants. Reworked the sorting of merchants assortment on all safe zones. Bet. Also, starting in the north, items that are crafted in the hideout have been added to the merchant's assortment. Damn. These items cannot be bought from a merchant, but the player can now add crafted items to their trade packs for a quick purchase. Damn. Since these items cannot be bought, they can only be obtained using the use items from personal storage function. From safe zones where there is no access to a personal storage area, trade packs will not work. It is also now possible to view item crafting from the merchant's menu when right-clicking on a crafted item. Redesigning the night vision goggles. This is also massive. I've been super hyped about this. Dark nights. The nights in the exclusion zone have become much darker. The further the player moves north, the darker the night becomes. If you can still do without a night vision goggle in the swamps, then further on you can't. So, old night at the swamps location, new night at the swamps location. It's a little bit darker down at the swamps. Old night at the bar, new night at the bar. Oh my god, it's like Rust. I love it. Old night at the Serpentine, new night at the Serpentine, bro. That is so sick. Night vision goggles. Oh yes, all night vision goggles were massively redesigned. We tried to remove all the problems of past MVGs and make playing with them more enjoyable and comfortable. Yeah, that looks so nice right there. Among the nice things, the detector screens, the SN2U leglet, and the caster F2N appearance screens on the FAMAS G2 are now clearly visible when the MVG is switched on. Huge, huge, huge. Everything looks inverted colors. It's kind of funny looking. Getting all the MVGs is now only possible through the barter tree. So blue, white, or green, you can actually pick the color that you want. That is so cool, bro. The latest model of the MVG implies 3 variations of different colors. The choice between them is absolutely free so that the player can choose the option they feel more comfortable playing with. 2 conceptual MVGs have also been added, Broken MVG and Awe Scary MVD. They are designed primarily for media content creation, placing old MVGs with new models. The old MVG models were replaced with new assault models of appropriate quality, homemade to assault MVG, night vision goggles to assault of Stalker, second gen to assault of Veteran, NVD11 export to assault of Master, NVG01M assault of Master. All transferable NVG models are converted to a personal NVG with associated compensation. Okay, so we'll get some advanced tools and parts for those. That's pretty cool. So I guess if you crafted one, you get some juice for it. Also, each player for all available armor on the character was given one MVG of the best model. Okay, so we were not going to have to craft them even, we just have them. It should be noted that the player has a suit with combat envy, which existed in a built-in form of number of suits. The player will receive an assault MG of master quality. Okay, bet. Change to armor barter branches. The development team decided to remove all worn and damaged versions of the suits from the barter progression. In addition, the MIS 113 Lawlight, MIS 116 Emerald, and 116 wait, there's 2 emeralds there, and topaz suits were removed from the progression of the scientist branch, and the Scythian 4B armor suit was removed from the progression of the combo armor. Now all suit branches are linear development and progression except for the AH and exoskeleton branches. These branches, as before, start in branches of other armor classes. Scientist for the AH branch and combo for the exoskeleton branch. Okay. As part of the redesign, some armor styles have been moved to the last armor types of progression. Styles and the armor style they now are fitted to: Master of the Snowstorm for Scythian 5, Blizzard Tamer for Centurion, Master of the Winter Forest for Beast Slayer. Okay, Beast Slayer now has a style. That's sick, dude. That's super sick. Southern Signals and the SRD Buryat craft changes. From now on, signals on such locations as Scrapyard, Pit, Forest, Dead City, Graveyard, Path of Fools, and Pulse Sky will depend more on the number of players in the location, which will make it easier to get them on average. That is huge, bro. Also, crafting the Buryat and camo containers will be aimed towards northern locations, making them more accessible and relevant on average. So now it only takes 50 alpha group trackers, 75 beta, and 150 gamma. Wow. I think that actually takes the same amount, but it's just different numbers now. You just got to get more gamma, actually. So kind of interesting, honestly. Changing crafting of containers with weapon camouflage and armor camouflage. So that's what it was to craft the container, and that's what it is now. Balance changes. HKXM8S rework. The damage was 41.1, now it's 42.8. Minimum damage is up as well by almost 2. Picatinny side rails added. Players who have improved HKXM8 or HKXM8S in the Arsenal Workshop will be compensated with 10,000 Arsenal reputation. Players who have Arsenal HKXMS and HKXM8S, okay, the Arsenal and the regular version, on hand will receive the updated one, and the ability to exchange Arsenal one and regular one for the HKXM8S from the exchanger and dealer before the season ends. Added a free exchange offer of the HKXM8 for the Arsenal HKXM8. The offer will only be available until the end of the season. Okay, so weapon, armor, and plate changes. So the RSH, more limb damage, Gauss rifle, less speed penalty in aiming, AM17, first shot multiplier reduced, recoil barely reduced, Scorpion Evo recoil buildup reduced, OTS recoil buildup reduced. The DP, so it looks like all LMGs hipfire spread is increased and removes 60% spread reduction in the lying positions. So doesn't really do you too good having a bipod any. Well, I mean, yeah, the bipod's now just fully for looks. Doesn't like do anything now. The Rigel jumpsuit has, oh wow, up to 216 BR. Rigel's sick now. Ceramic plate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They basically all just now give more armor. Experimental plate gives more armor as well. It gives less damage absorption. Composite plate 1 through 5, onyx plate, and experimental plate 1 through 5 now give more damage absorption, and steel plate now gives 5% more damage absorption as well. Magazine changes. Previously, magazines penalties and bonuses were excessive, causing a conventional assault rifle with an ergonomically designed magazine to have significantly less hip spread than a submachine gun, which has the default advantages of reduced hip spread. A similar situation occurred with penalties. A drum machine gun could have a much greater hip spread than a machine gun. The situation has been bad for the perception of weapons, causing the ranges of penalties and bonuses to be significantly narrowed. So all of the penalties and bonuses that have been significantly changed are right here. 556 changed. Yeah, pretty much it looks like everything changed right here. There's a pretty big list, so I'm not going to go over each and every single one. But yeah, it looks like everything has a faster aiming time and less hipfire spread now. Some things now give movement speed, and some things now take away movement speed having them. But yeah, there's a massive amount of changes to magazines and attachments here. Overheat changes as well. Previously, the overheat limit of a weapon did not take into account the initial damage and was set solely by the size of the magazines. The principle of setting the limit has been changed to take into account the damage of a weapon must do at its level. Okay, so basically, here's another massive list, and everything now overheats much higher. Take a quick slow scroll through here. Feel free to pause to check out any specific weapon in particular. That is really, really cool. FAMAS G2, I see it right there. Wow. Wait, what? FAMAS G2 overheats at 71 now? Am I? Yeah, wow. That's insane. That's going to be so fun, dude. Holy shit. Dude, this is cool. Tsunami. Okay, okay. Yeah, a lot of changes there. Hideout changes. The ability to quickly exit hideout into the open world has been added. The exit leads to the location corresponding to the last visited safe zone. Added the ability to remove all objects, extensions, and decorations to the laptop interface, as well as view the object characteristics and remaining extensions. Also, all functional safe zone NPCs have been added to the laptop with some changes, which you'll learn about below. That's so cool. You can do everything from the hideout now. Any barter item can now be purchased from the equipment merchant in the hideout according to the reputation level of the desired equipment. Okay, installing additional extensions to the generator. You can learn about more here. Increase the energy decay rate for artifacts in the hideout researcher. Note that each extension has its own cleavage rate increase value. When the generator is upgraded, the hideout researcher is also upgraded. It became possible to increase the scientist's speed of energy decay. Hideout merchants are also affected by all boosts from faction bonuses and subdivision bonuses. Added the ability to charge devices in the inverter for hideout energy. That's pretty cool. You can now choose to respawn in Hideout when you die. If you select this option, it will become a priority. It also works vice versa. Added the ability to go to the Hideout from the regular map, not just the global map. Also added a function to switch to the Hideout from the map with the Q button. Okay. Switching between item crafting tabs can now be back and forth using Q and E buttons. Some arsenal changes now. So changes have been made to the cost of the following items. So those items have been changed in reputation value, issued as separate compensation in the form of reputation value difference of the arsenal altered items. Okay, so that's cool. So I think we'll get the missing reputation that we should have got now that they are worth more. Safe changes. Added new items in the safe contents. The military now have Kevlar, incendiary coating, and protective coating. Factory have air duct, protective coating, measuring equipment, and strong steel. Medical have adrenaline and antioxidant, and scientific have reactor vessel, antioxidant, aniline, ethyl aluminum, and hormones. The following items have been added to all safes: advanced spare parts and advanced tools. That's baller. Changes in armor characteristics. So let's see here. Yep, looks like another massive list right here, and changes to armor characteristics. Take a slow scroll through here. Feel free to pause on any specific one to check it out in more detail. Let's see here. Damn, there's a lot of armor changes. Whole lot of armor changes here, it looks like. Armor compensation. Replacing player armor. Compensation for players who bartered final versions of Master Armor during the last year? Due to the fact that some players will receive Master versions of Armor as part of the basic compensation, the development team decided to compensate the barter of players depending on the time of ownership of the armor and, accordingly, the unlocked potential of the Master Armor. So if you bartered the armor between 2/19/2025 and 3/5/2025, you get 50,000 trade coins and 55 serum. And then the farther it goes back, the less you get, basically. Other changes and fixes. Daily login rewards no longer have a time limit after which they will disappear. Damn. Too bad they don't give us compensation for all the ones that have already disappeared. That would be really fucking cool, actually. Season points from session battles and dead time are no longer issued as time points, but as season sealed points tied to the current season. Now, to change the copy of the location by transition, you need to wait 30 seconds or die. Also, bubbles are placed on the locations which are aimed at changing copies of locations. Okay, not exactly sure what that means. Added models of ammo lying on the ground. Fixed incorrect appearance of the player during the final assault of Forge 11 in the North Storyline when the player appeared right in front of the enemy fire. Fixed a bug that made it impossible to talk to Mormon. So, yeah, there is each and every single change that we are going to get with the brand new Back to the Inside Out season here on Stalcraft X. Now, just to wait until the update goes live and hop in game and check it out, actually.